What's going on, people? It's your boy Sofa. It's Black Clover, 184. Man, this was one hell of an interesting chapter. There's a few things I wanna say on it. Really more so, really like one or two things. One, I just wanna say Sally. It's like she's my favorite character in this series. But this chapter also the way she was using this chapter, because it really felt like a. I understand everybody played an equal part in this chapter. Of course, it was a combined effort, but the way the character Sally was incorporated throughout the chapter, I enjoyed it. It was really cool. It really gave the way she sees and understands things. Truly gave everybody the chance to escape, or at least to hold themselves back. And I'll get more into that in a second. But first, I just want to go over the captain. I honestly cannot remember her name because she's really never really around the series, and even before that, she's always asleep whenever she's there. So I have a hard time remembering. But her ability, wow, this dream world ability is nuts. But I love the way it was broken down. At first, it does seem basically unstoppable, but the way it breaks down throughout the chapter is incredible. Okay, so basically, first things first, she captures the whole squad, the Black Bulls plus Sally. She captures them on the like the flower bed basically, and wraps them all up. And then she's gonna eat them with this weird ass thing. But Vanessa has her little cat doll. And here we get this. It was a very brief part of the chapter. But after Vanessa saved them all with her fate ability, Sally Vanessa Vanessa first told Sally, like, don't get too far away because since you're not a member of the Black Bull, it effects won't reach you. So that told me two things that I didn't. I'm not sure this was said before, but one, if you're a member of the Black Bull, so I guess if you just that closely tied to Vanessa, it doesn't matter how far away you are from her, that thing will work on you as long as you're within within range of Vanessa herself, which is incredible. And two, you have to be within proximity of Vanessa if you're not a Black Bull for it to have any effect on you at all. And then Sally immediately, like I said, I love her character because she immediately said something along the lines of, it was like, yeah, I mean, if it didn't have like some kind of conditions, it would be too powerful or something like that, right? Like if it didn't, basically it need to have a drawback. Not necessarily a drawback, but it has to be like something to it, as opposed to it's just as all powerful, you can't get hit ability or whatever. And it's also dependent on Vanessa's magic. As the chapter shows, Charmy has to keep feeding her food because if she runs out of magic, she can't cast a spell. She can't change fate, which is what I call, and people want to act like this doesn't exist, the battery effect. Okay, in worlds like Black Clover, Naruto, or Fairy Tail, Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Dragon Ball, the battery effect. These characters' abilities, they come from an external source. I mean, it's a source within their body, but it's a source of energy, and it has limits to it. If you were to compare their abilities to, say, that of an ability of like the mutants from Marvel Comics or the Inhumans, there's nothing. It just like happens. Like, you know, Wolverine just kills, Cyclops just shoots eye blasts, Kitty Pryde just walks through walls, Nitro just explodes, Iceman just freezes moist. It just happens. There's no let me charge up. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like in One Piece, Luffy just hits hard. It just hits hard. Kuzan just freezes the fuck out of shit. It doesn't. There's no battery to it. Like Superman just is. So when you have that battery effect, the longer the fight goes on, the weaker you as a character gets. Black Clover evidently shows you this. So as Black Clover characters, the longer the battle goes on, the less spells they can use, the weaker they spells get, the weaker they get, because they run on batteries. And it's not a bad thing. I'm just pointing out. People don't want to act like that's not true. It is. Now Charmy can refill batteries in this world, so she's absolutely top tier. She can refill the character's batteries in this world. That's incredible. I keep saying batteries so you gotta understand what I'm saying. But another thing, this tactic couldn't possibly work for too long, regardless, because the Luffy cracker thing, while humorous, at least makes Luffy's organs stretch. He can just eat forever, you know, sure. But Vanessa can't. So you know, you get sick if you eat too much. Charmy can't just keep stuffing you with food so you can refill your magic. So it's not like it's a unstoppable ability once again. But anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, the chapter. So anyway, the Vanessa and Charmy basically keeping up this defense and feed strategy. Basically, Vanessa's avoiding their attacks, and Magna and Lux they're chipping whenever they can, but they're not really getting anywhere, right? Because there's only so much they can do. They can really only just avoid. But even with that being said, Vanessa's reached her limit. because even with trying to be tough, you can't keep going forever. So the captain, I can't remember her name, but she tries to use this giant, massive flood attack or whatever. And that shit was hella nice. But then we get this one section of the chapter, which I was talking about how Sally, how like she really highlighted the chapter for me, is because just the way she thinks. It's just, one, she's intelligent. As nuts as she is, she's intelligent. And then she came to the accusation like, okay, one, we're in this world, and these things just appear. And the way she breaks this down is so good. But like she said, we're in this thing, and these things just appear. Now, one, I have to understand these things are real or not. So, as in they're just like phantoms, and they're just here because whatever, or they're taking, or she's just, or if it's coming to actual shape and solidness. You know what I mean? If it's actually like tangible. So like she of course she tests the water by having luck electrocuted and then magnet heated to make it combust and explode into steam and stuff like that. Which they did note that like the only reason why they even survived the attack was because Vanessa's cat, which is cool because like that should have killed everybody there. But then Sally understood everything here is physical. It's exactly as the same it is in the real world. It's not like just magic for the sake of unstoppable magic. Like it's not indestructible. Basically, they maintain it has to follow the rules of physics. Basically, is what she understands. It has to follow the rules of physics. So she went even further than that. It's like, okay, well, if these things you make have to follow the rules of physics, then the way you make them have to follow some kind of law as well. So then she understood that like everything you make, you have to think about, which was crazy. like you have to think about it. But not only that, it's like when you think about it, it just whatever you think of is what it is. Like it acts independently. So she can't just control it. She just creates it. And that's a world of a difference. Okay, it'll be the difference between Doflamingo just his awakening was just I just make string. That's not that impressive. But like he just not only does he make it, but he can manipulate it. He can control it. Like he can maneuver it. Like so she can't do that. She can just create it. So that limits the type of attack she can do. She can affect you with, and then also it shows you that's a genuine limit in her ability because it's not basically it's not all powerful. You know what I mean? Everything has rules and laws to it. Oh, she also had this another spell she was using at the same time when she was making everybody fall asleep. I actually don't know what happened there because I could have sworn they were all about to fall asleep. But as far as the chapter goes, I think I just understood what happens because Sally made her think of glasses, right? Because damn, she's a smart ass character. I love this character because I was like, oh, I'm falling asleep, and she was like, I think she was saying something like, it was like, oh man, like she was like, it's like she's putting us to sleep with her dream power or something, right? So like if she can do this, then or whatever. Basically, she made her think of just some glasses for her. One, she got her glasses back, but two, on top of that, she was like, oh, so whatever you think of, like basically, like it just comes to be. It's not even something you have necessarily a whole lot of control over. So I'm just gonna make you think of an exit by yelling out exit over and over. And like I was like, oh my god, that's okay. Listen, only because this is a world of dream where the opponent's thoughts are the weapon, is something like this would be acceptable because it's you have to look at everything in context. It shows you the ingenuity of the characters, and also there's other things like I'm not gonna Magna and Luck are very very powerful. Vanessa and Charmy are very awesome. I'm not trying to say they had no contribution to this chapter, but you got to think that Sally is an amazing character. This whole chapter was basically the entire time from when she entered the world until probably when they leave next chapter is what I'm going to assume, was her deconstructing the situation and from and assessing what everybody around her can do and using that to the best. Wow. And her interactions with the Black Bulls was awesome. She was kind of like Vanessa and Charmy, how their magic is so interesting, and she was like, yo, hey, shoot that boring ass lightning over there. I was like, okay, now shoot that lame ass fire over there. And Magna's like, bro, whose fire is lame, bro? Like, and it just like, and she don't mean like as in not powerful, but she means it just it's lightning and it's fire. Ooh, yeah, ooh. As opposed to like sheiks that make food out of nowhere and a cat that can alter reality and shit. You know, it's like it's not that interesting. She's got a point. I love this character. I love this chapter. This is a great chapter. This is probably one of the. This is probably my favorite chapter since the Valkyrie Jess chapter. Not to say none of the chapters after that weren't any good. That chapter went Finro and Yami and Jack the Ripper versus Langris. That shit is still fucking damn. So much was happening. But that's not a hit in her. That's not a hit. This might be my favorite chapter since the Valkyrie Jess chapter. It's really good. It's really really good. Outside of that, it's your boy Soulfist Black Clover 184. No ratings. Hell Hydra.
Sword Fist!